Everyone, don't forget. You know what keeps my thirst quenched during my episodes? Drink real Canadian water. Keeps you quenched. My sponsor, baby.
Right?
No,
He's not getting paid yet, but he will.
Yo, Adrian, we got another sponsor.
We got Pringles too.
Pringles. Okay, yo, I gotta get a water now. I think mine is, I'm great. I'm great value though. I'm great value.
That's okay.
Right? It's
Hey,
still Canadian.
You know what though, boys? They may not sponsor me because you know why? Because we're not gonna be able to use single-use plastics in Canada.
Alright, true.
Yeah. So they may just tell me to fuck off. We'll see though.
Right? Be like, guys, I'll help you with sustainable packaging and everything. Come on.
Fuck your sponsorship, Adrian.
Yeah, right?
Fuck you.
We don't need you.
We don't need you because we're going down. You know what I just thought about though?
What's that?
I was thinking about this today. It was so weird. I was like in the shower, you know, your shower thoughts, but like, so what's gonna happen if you go to the U.S. and you buy a case of water? You come over the border with a case of water. Are they gonna like put you in jail for that here?
Yeah, what the fuck? Are they gonna confiscate it? Like, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna like get like cuffed.
I never thought about that.
That's true, eh?
Never thought about that.
I never thought about that. That's crazy. All right.
Okay, right?
All right, let's get her going. All right, boys.
Start an episode.
That was a great intro. All right.
God.
Hello, guys. As you heard, that was a very good intro. You gotta start with some comedy, get the boys going. But welcome to Project 24, the fun podcast. We have very not even a guest. We have another co-host coming back. We got one of the OGs of the show. Got Quin. Oh my God, Mighty Quin. He's back. I'm so happy. Back. Yeah.
Dude, I'm back. Especially to meet Jacob and be here on the show with them for the first time.
Yeah, buddy.
I am pumped, man. I am pumped today. I think so.
Fired up, man. This is gonna be
nice
sick.
Little trio back together here, so.
Okay, hey, man.
The three caballeros.
Oh man, what's Yeah, I know you just moved into a new place, so you're probably that's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you, man. That's
man.
fucking
It's been like 2 years of trying to manifest this shit and kind of put it into motion. I know I was talking to you because it was like a couple years back. I actually came and spent like a week at an Airbnb out here just to like get out on my own for like a moment and then kind of take in the area and like scope out like where I wanted to be. And then this opportunity arose 2 years later. I've just been saving up as much as I can and investing my time the way I can. You know, work's been driving me crazy and shit in the past. So, yeah, no, man, everything's paid off, dude. Know that you work hard and you will get here.
Dude, I'm so happy for you, bro. I'm so happy for you, and you're obviously you're doing good. I can tell you're in a good state of mind too. You're feeling blessed, and that's all that matters, you know. If it takes a long time to really get into that state of mind where you're just fuck, bro. I was in there too, bro. It's just you're not. You know, you're not feeling good, and just takes time. It takes time to heal, and you know, we're all happy.
Patience is a virtue, as everyone always says, right? Like it's a very big thing to hold on to, being humble and having humility. One of the biggest things I think people get too caught up sometimes in loss and failure, right? Like it's the not wanting for it to happen. I've learned now it's like you have to take those risks. If you fail, it's about like picking yourself back up and kind of moving forward. Even if the rut takes you longer than normal and you're down for a month or two, you're going to come back around. As long as you keep pressing, you're going to come back around.
That's facts, bro. I totally agree. And man, we're so happy to have you back, bro. And this is going to be great. I'm so stoked, man. Like I'm pumped up, bro.
Adrian used to say that you used to ghost him. He stinks.
Oh, man, I know.
I was scared, honestly, dude. I don't mean that in a bad way.
No. Believe me, man. It's like something I'm always aware of when I go through these things. And like the people that understand are the ones that stick around. The ones that don't, you know. And everything, like people take things personally at times. Other people's don't. For me, that's why like I do try to reach out when I find that time and like clear with everyone what was going on. As in like I'm not slighting anybody. I'm not trying to. Just when I go through my things, I kind of I revert into myself a little bit.
I want to elaborate on that because like, honestly, I was afraid that I did something. Like that was my whole, you know what I mean? Right away, I was like, what did I do? Like, you know, just your anxiety. Thanks so much, man. You are too. Like, I thought like I did something wrong because like that's happened to me in the past where just people ghost me because I did something fucking stupid or, you know, and then it's just what I'm used to, right? So like right away I was like, what did I do? Like, you know, but
I'm sorry I gave you a scare there, buddy.
No, it's okay, man. I knew you said you had to figure some things out, and you told me a couple months after, and you know, like you said, sometimes it takes a few months, and I respect that, bro. I'm just
funny
happy
thing
about
is,
it.
and
get
then
to
I
laugh
came
about it.
along
Oh, go ahead.
and I took the opportunity.
Honestly, Jacob, and it's a blessing in disguise the way it all happened, because with the headspace that I was in, God knows what would happen with everything, right? So it's good that I was able to take my time to myself, kind of recollect my headspace. You jumped in at the right moment, and like your guys' relationship has flourished. Look at the opportunities that have come to you guys, which has been absolutely cool and great to watch these things happen for the both of you. So like, man, between just like Weiss, like the whole was it the Habs tonight, everything.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, it was
like,
great, man.
You guys are having some fun right now, and I love watching.
Oh, thanks so much, bro. I'm humbled. It's like man, it's just cool, man. It's good to have the boys back, and
Hell yeah,
you know, man, it's been a lot. It's been a good year, man. It's been a fucking rebound of a year.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh,
on the up right now. I'm telling you.
Telling you, it's only going up from here. It's going to the ceiling, baby. All right,
hard work
guys.
Pay off, sons. All right,
boys, let's get it. Let's get into the mix. And man, I'm so happy we got that all cleared up too. To be honest, I was so nervous. Like I didn't know. Like I said, bro, I wasn't sure what happened. Like, and then you told me eventually, and I was like, okay, good. Like, you know, it's just my anxiety. It's just how it works. But
and I understand that, man.
Yeah, let's hop right into it, boys. We got kind of sad news today regarding the NHL community, hockey community. We lost Tom Kurvers to lung cancer at 58 years old. Man, I remember. I mean, he's very well known for being the player that got traded to the Leafs for the pick that ended up being Scott Niedermayer. He was a fantastic. Like, I mean, he was a good defenseman, though. He just didn't. Obviously, wasn't at Scott Niedermayer's level, but you know, he did some great. I checked his stats. He played like some great hockey. He played with the Habs at one point too.
Yeah,
I think
won
before.
the '86 Cup with them.
That's right, buddy.
Because he got drafted '84 and then won the championship with them in '86, and then it was the Leafs not long after that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he went to Montreal and then Jersey and then Toronto.
That's where it was. Jersey first.
Yes. Okay. And then I think he was on the Leafs like for a lot of those years when they were good with Dougie Gilmour, and he was I think he had like 62 points one season with Toronto. I think his first year there. So I mean the guy was impressive. Mm-hmm. I mean, just man, 58 years old too. Like that's so young to like.
That's definitely so young.
It is.
It's fucked, man. Like the thing is too. I mean, I think when he grew up, things were a lot different. You know, I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, obviously, but like you know, everyone smoked back then.
Yeah, man. The game was different. Yeah. The game was different too in terms of what it took out of the players. Like a lot of these guys, like the whole CTE movement between NFL and NHL. And like just the evolution of the game. Like he was in a time where you still had the one or two players that might not be wearing helmets. Like I think last one was it Guy?
Craig McTavish or Guy Lafleur.
McTavish, yeah. That's right.
He was
I think you're right. It might have been McTavish.
And I know Guy Lafleur was one of the last though. He
refused. He hated the helmets.
You know, I have a story about Guy Lafleur actually. One of my high school teachers who was a Habs fan told me this. Shout out to Mr. Lucic, by the way. He was my
Mr.
I know, right? Such a beauty. If he's watching, such a beauty. But man, he was telling me this story like back then how they used to like hack darts like it was nothing, man. Like Guy Lafleur would finish a shift and he'd dump the puck in, he'd go to the bench, he'd go to the assistant coach, pull out a dart, and he'd be like, "Hey, Smoke, hey coach, let me up." Right on the bench, he'd be hacking darts. I'm like, what the fuck? Never be able to do that today.
That reminds me of
Michelle Terrian. Oh my god.
Michelle Terrian. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
On a quick side note, it reminds me of there's this clip you can watch back of Super Bowl III of the New York Jets and the Baltimore Colts. And Broadway Joe Namath is sitting in the locker room. You can actually see this too, actually in the first Super Bowl. Quarterback for Kansas City Chiefs sitting in the locker room, hacking darts.
No way.
at halftime, bro. At halftime, like right before you're about to go back out onto the field, guys sitting there
My
in the locker room.
God.
Oh my
In his,
god.
I was like, damn.
That's dude. Some people back then, bro. Like even like when I was on the Habs Tonight Show with when Andrew Shaw was there, he was talking
Yeah.
about Taryn.
Oh yeah, that was.
Taryn,
I laughed at
dude,
that.
so funny. But like, he said that Tyrion would hack darts in the fucking inside, bro, in his office. You'd go inside his office and it just clouds of smoke everywhere. Like this guy would literally smoke a pack of cigarettes to himself.
Fuck.
Dude, yeah. Man, you gotta see the video. It's
Oh
so
my
Oh,
god. I
so
gotta watch
good.
it all the way and then check that part of it.
Oh,
Oh
so
my God.
good, man.
I laughed so hard.
Oh.
I came in.
I
What a
Oh,
great
man.
story.
Oh, dude, I had a feeling like, cause like they said he was gonna be on the show, and I was like, oh, this is a fucking perfect opportunity because he has talked about it on the Spit and Chiclet show with Ryan Whitney, Paul Bissonnette, and he said about how he quote unquote Tyrion would hack darts in the bleachers. And I'm like, okay, I had to get on this show and I have to ask him this because holy fuck, man. And I had a bunch of people like on like on Twitter that like reached out to me after that and they're like, oh, that was so fucking funny. And I was like, I had to ask him that. It was like literally
you
been
have
on
to.
my mind.
That is, yeah, no, and that's the best thing to do. I love that you asked that.
I looked
Go ahead,
back
take
at the clip. It was
Oh
funny.
man. And I was laughing so hard because like I did not expect him to say I would punch him right in the face. Like I was expecting like, yeah, he was an asshole, whatever, right? But he's literally like, if I was on the ice with him right now, like I'd punch him right in the face. I was like,
That was part of the clip that
What?
he posted too, right? Because I remember I
Yeah.
saw that part and I was like, oh,
yeah,
Like,
he
like he went there. I was like, damn, okay, I need to hear more of this.
yeah, he
Well,
went
yeah,
there.
one day we gotta have him on one day.
Oh,
That'd be-
that would be a riot. Oh,
Definitely
he's
shoot
an
him.
open book, man. That guy yeah, he was going on like I asked him about Mike Smith because he ran over Smith in the playoffs,
Oh.
and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's a fucking pussy and all this stuff," and I was like, "Dude,
Oh my god.
yeah, dude. Oh man, he's an open
All of a sudden
book.
you're getting a friggin' email from Mike Smith. Hey, I want to come on your show. I need to talk about frickin'
Oh,
Shaw.
I would love. Oh, dude, I would love to see that. I
Oh.
mean, oh man, I even said to him, I was like, I love how you're so brutally honest. He's like, hey man, I'm an open book. I don't hold back. I was like, I fucking
Good on
respect
him,
you for
though, man.
that. That's the problem with hockey. There's just not enough guys like that that are just afraid to go there. You know, like
Well, we like even addressed this on so many episodes before, but like the cancel culture of everything. Like the second you do something wrong, which a lot of people just automatically attribute to like the hockey culture on top of it too. Like
Yeah,
you hear it from some people that might have been like abused by a guy that just happened to play hockey growing up or something, and like you get kind of lumped into that whole group where it's just like, oh god, they just don't give a shit about women, or they do this and this and this. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure a lot of them have wives and children and they're taking care of their families. So
Oh,
I don't know about
sure.
that.
there's like a small number of them maybe that are
But
like
to end
that.
someone's career too over that stuff. So like good, but my point, yeah, good on Shaw for like,
Just
fuck
being
it, man.
brutally honest.
Say what
man.
you need to say.
Even Shaw, man, he's got a wife and 2 young kids, so he's not going to be one of these like misogynistic, like fucking treat talk like women like shit kind of guy. He's got a family. He's a dad. Like,
Not gonna lie
you know
about
what I mean?
anything there.
Yeah, man. Oh, he's awesome, man. But
love that.
I loved him in Montreal, and I still have this card here. I fucking showed him. I was like, I got this card of you. I was going through my card collection. She's like, oh, that's so cool, man. And yeah, man. Oh, I love it. Love it, man.
You know what?
Send it out to him, get him to sign it.
That won't be a bad idea. He's living in
Awesome.
Belleville, I think now. He said so. He's pretty close now.
Why not?
So we'll see. Yeah,
Go, man.
yeah, man. Fucking hey,
Did you get your
let's.
vaccine? If you did,
No, not yet, man. I'm
Oh,
still
yep.
deciding. I'm still deciding if I want it. I'm a little bit on the fence, and that's all
I
I'm gonna
got the
say.
first shot.
Yeah,
did.
that's good.
I got it.
And
I
It,
got to say, the
go
side
ahead.
effect, your arm can be sore for a while.
yeah, it's for a couple of
That
days.
seems to be like one of the universal side effects for it is like the arm soreness. Honestly, dude, for me, it just felt like the flu shot again.
Yeah,
Like at the same time, like we don't know. We really, really don't. So
Yeah.
it's like time will tell type thing. But like I feel comfortable having done it. Like now having done it, I'm like less comfortable drinking alcohol than I am taking the shot is the idea. Like I feel like that can cause more harm to me than this will.
True. And you know what?
That's my opinion, and that's because I've done it.
And and you know what? I respect that because like I want like we'll talk about that for a second. I was saying like I've seen people like on the internet that are like, oh, you're like a sheeple if you get the vaccine. It's like, how can you be for freedom fighting? Like you call yourself a freedom fighter, but you shame somebody for getting a vaccine, and then you're like, at the same time, you're like, oh, I don't want to get it because it's my choice. It's just as much as somebody's choice to get it and to not get it, right?
Man.
And there should be vaccine shaming and non-vaccine shaming. You know what I mean?
Like if someone wants to do it, it's like the idea of natural just vaccinations as a whole. Like you have anti-vaxxers and you have non-anti-vaxxers. It's the idea of shaming someone for a life decision when it's not malice or maliceful towards another individual, like it's only a decision for themselves. I'm with you, man. Like I don't understand the shaming behind it.
Like me, like again, I'm kind of like what you said, like a little bit what you said, like I'm just a little bit on the fence about it.
Totally
to be honest.
And
I had those concerns. No, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I was just gonna we had like a brief conversation before. Like even I was on the fence, remember, beforehand, because it was like I don't know, because you need so much time before like a proper vaccine's released. Like it has to be 2 years before something can be a little bit more concrete. We're now at 1.5 years, like coming into the 2 years, but the vaccine's been out. Right. So it's like you're getting close. The way I started to wrap my mind around it, I was like, okay, maybe because of like the way times are changing and sciences has to change, that it's like you can get to a vaccine quicker now, and maybe because of the resources that they've had to put in. But again, we don't know at the end of the day.
We don't know. And like another thing too, like I hear these people are like, oh, like fucking Bill Gates put the microchip in the fucking vaccine. I'm like, that's a little bit like there's no evidence.
Too much.
That's a little bit too much, but like
Hold on, this has a chip, right?
Yeah, we like
microchip.
That's
they can follow us everywhere.
I know that's what my cousin said too. Why would they put it in a vaccine when our phones are chipped so they can like, and especially Apple products. So like my girlfriend and I were watching this clip on TikTok the other day where there was a documentary, social thing. I was on Netflix last year. It was about social media, and like there's an ex-Apple worker that says there is a chip inside your phone that tracks like everything on your phone, and like
there is.
I was like,
it's legitimate.
So,
all that background data. That's why you need to turn like a lot of the time location services off and ad trackers, because what'll happen, like what's happening right now, is it's listening to us. Like Elon Musk talked about this on the Joe Rogan podcast, that AI is already activated. Everyone thinks that AI is going to be this supercomputer that comes along and starts making decisions like a human all of a sudden. But artificial intelligence, like Google is already artificial intelligence. When you go into a search bar, you don't understand this. For the last 10 years, sorry, not that you don't understand, like people don't know this. But like it's been tracked. Like if you go type in porn, and all of a sudden you've been seeing like porn ads for the next 3 years on websites it doesn't belong on. It's because it now understands there's a profile. So Adrian De Ramondo goes on and loves this kind of porn. So when he's on a website, that's what we're gonna, because it seems to be that's like 60% of the internet.
It sees your search engine, your search history too, and everything.
Then when we're talking, it like picks up the conversation, like keywords and conversation, so that it can develop ads for you. Like all at the end, all this was like marketing tactics that they could do, and the government was like, well, yeah, because we want census reports and everything as well to go hand in hand. And then you have an artificial intelligence made out of it. Elon Musk has basically said it's too late. Like it's here.
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking way too late.
Already in the Matrix, which is a possible. Now there's videos going around about Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey saying that we're in the Matrix.
Yeah, I was just showing my brother that the other day. Sorry, like before we got on here. I mean,
I think you sent me one.
Yeah, I sent you that TikTok video, and Jim Carrey was saying how like
Jim Carrey one. You did,
oh, dude, it's so scary, dude. It scares the fuck out of me. Like, bro, oh man. But yeah, boys, fuck. Sorry, I wanna change the discussion right away.
Yeah, we don't want to get sidetracked.
No, that's okay. It's good conversations. We're kind of we're vibing. It's okay. I like it. But man, we got the NBA. We got the Final Four here. So we got the Clippers and Suns. So the Suns won game 1. And Atlanta, Milwaukee are still have to play. But man, what are you guys' takes on that? I want to hear. Or who's gonna win or who's gonna make the finals? Who do you think?
So go ahead. I'll let you go first, Jacob.
Goodness gracious. I don't know where to start. But I gotta say, well, for my opinion, I think Milwaukee's gonna come out of it. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I
And
think so too.
for the other games, it's a toss up. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Clippers and the Suns, I think, are pretty evenly matched. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, that
go,
one's a tough one.
yeah. So I want to hear your picks for the finals, Quinn. I'm gonna go
Man,
last.
so mine have been so fucked up. At the beginning, because like I'm big into like the predictions and trying to see if it matches at the end of the season. Like I do it before everything kicks off. So my before everything kicked off was the Lakers
Yeah, yeah, I did too. I
and
did too, man.
76ers. I had the 76ers in the final.
Oh,
I thought
I
this
remember
was
you
the
telling me that.
76ers year. Yeah. And I actually had Lakers coming out 4-2, but I fought on that one because there was something like pushing me towards Philly. But man, it's with the way it's gone, I thought we might have seen Utah and Milwaukee, but like Utah getting swept. So I think
Yeah,
the Clippers and the Suns is tough. I think Suns come out, especially once they get CP back, because Kawhi right now is
I think he's injured. I think.
yeah, and it's his injury that started in San Antonio, because it was the hamstring.
Oh yeah.
So this is like a prolonged issue that just seems to keep coming up and then affecting him in other ways. So I don't know. And then like Paul George is just like so inconsistent at times. So yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
say Phoenix versus Milwaukee. I don't think Atlanta stands a chance against Milwaukee.
Yeah, me neither.
I agree. I was gonna go with that too. I
Yeah.
think personally, I think Phoenix is gonna beat the Clippers. Honestly, like I used to be a big Kawhi fan, obviously when he was with Toronto, and like since he's come to the Clippers, like I
Yeah.
just think he's just so unlikable now.
Man, this is a fucking hot take, but I think
Oh,
he's
go ahead.
soft now, bro.
What the heck?
I was gonna say he's a pussy. He's a
Man. And I
pussy.
love, and this is coming from like, if anyone in the NBA is my favorite player, it's Kawhi, and it hurts
Yeah,
for me to say that he's soft right now, but like, bro,
he's a fucking pussy.
it's so true. Like LeBron is older and has a longer list, I think, of injuries. Like the guy just had an Achilles injury this year, like an
Yeah,
ankle, like he sprained his Achilles or whatever the heck it was, right?
yeah,
So ah, like that one's gonna be tough. I think that's why he keeps saying that he's never gonna be the same again. But yeah, no, like Kawhi's just falling off, bro. He's falling off.
he played great in that game 7 though. He nailed a
He
couple of
did.
those key shots, but like yeah, at the same time,
But
it's
how
like
often can you? And like Phoenix, like, and when it comes down to the bigs, like, how are they gonna stop DeAndre Ayton in the paint? Like, who's the big that goes up against them right now?
it's true. It's true.
Like,
It's
they lost Carroll in the like. I can't even who's their big. I can't
Ooh,
even think
sorry.
of it right now.
Which
It's
for which team?
Zubac,
Sorry.
right, for the Clippers.
Yeah, I don't even know who they have now.
I
Or
think
maybe
it's Zubac is the main
Ibaka.
big. It's Serge and Ivaka Zubac or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough man. They're in a bit of a tough situation right now, and honestly, like I want to see the Suns win because like I want to finally see Chris Paul get that chip. They've been.
Sam.
I saw this video on TikTok too. I think it was a Barstool Sports video, and this girl was saying, "Yeah, I love Barstool," but they were. Yeah, shout out to Dave Portnoy, man. I fucking love that guy. He's a fucking beauty. But he's a goddamn legend. But
I love pizza reviews.
yeah, his pizza reviews are great. I love it.
Continue.
No, it's okay, man. We had to put that in there. But yeah, man, like it's just with CP3, I saw this video, like this girl was saying how the NBA has tried so hard to like prevent him from getting a ring. There was that trade with the Lakers that got nixed like years ago. I don't know if you remember, Quinn.
Yes, it was a huge trade. There was like I can't remember who was involved in it, but I remember CP was supposed to go to the Lakers, and then that's what led to him going to Houston.
Or was it the Clippers?
OKC. Oh no, yeah, it was the Clippers. I forget.
think it was the Clippers. Yeah.
Around in the last few years, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't. It was the league for some reason thought it was unfair that he would play for LA because at the time they still had Kobe. I think they had Pau was on the team still.
Yeah. Andrew Bynum, I think.
Yeah, Bynum was there. You still had Meta. What's his name too? The one who was married to Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, Chris Humphries?
No, not that one. Oh, Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom.
I think
yeah.
Odom was there at the
Yeah,
time.
that's right. Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah,
That's fucking bullshit, man. And now this with the whole like COVID protocol thing, like that's so bullshit. Like I was venting about it last week. I'm like, that's so bullshit. Like supposedly he was fully vaccinated. He went to go hug his mom in the crowd after they won. What's wrong with that? Like
I don't
that's
get
so
it.
sketchy. That's so sus.
The U.S. has finally had their numbers like start going down, and like the fact that like, bro, Texas is completely open. How many of the states are completely open? This guy goes to a
Florida.
fucking get together, right? Goes to a
Yeah.
friggin' get together, and the league tells him you can't. Like I get last year when that kid left the bubble.
Oh
off of
yeah, the
Atlanta
guy on
to go- I think it was on Atlanta, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't remember who. Fuck, I
No,
can't remember his name.
I know Lou Will got in trouble as well.
I'm thinking of Lou Will. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
But there was that kid. He ended up getting cut by the team and everything.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like the league came down on him hard. Like that makes sense because they were in the midst of like the COVID protocol. Like whatever.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Like even like with LeBron though, LeBron was at Drake's mansion party, so how does he not get
fined by the league?
But Chris Paul does. Like that's so bullshit. Like it just gets me so like it grinds my gears, man. Like it gets me so mad. Like seeing how like it's so obvious what their like the narrative is at times. You know what I mean? Like it gets me so mad. Fuck, man. But the Suns, what a great story they were, this year.
I love it. I love it, man.
It too, man.
I've been wanting them to get a chip since Barkley. And like so you had like the Barkley there, Nash was there.
Neil.
Like I still remember the series where Jordan beat them in the finals.
Yeah, that's right.
And like everyone thought like, okay, this is gonna be the team. Like Barkley made it. Like the Prince is in the finals.
Sir Charles.
Like he's gonna take out. No, he didn't. He didn't at all.
Oh man, nobody. I'm telling you though, like I was telling my brother this earlier. Like nobody fucking can beat MJ. I hate when people say LeBron is the GOAT. That shit pisses me off so much. Like MJ carried Chicago. He carried Chicago every playoffs. I know they. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I had an interesting conversation with somebody where they said, what happens if you put Jordan in today's era? There's no way these guys are on a different level. And I'm like, okay, you have to understand something about elite athletes. And this is where people forget is like, when it doesn't matter what generation an elite athlete plays in, is that they're going to evolve to that time.
They're going to adjust.
Exactly. Right. Like you take Jordan out of his era and put him into this era, he's going to start matching the players of this era in the game. And like it would have been even better for him because it would have been like anyone touches him, he's going to the line.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like when he played back then in the 80s and 90s, it was really gritty basketball. And now it's like really pussified in the last 20 years. Yeah, so man. A guy like him would have been fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then guys like, man, I would have loved to seen Shaq still in today's game.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. And I think he's right. He would have put up 40 every night. Like I don't
for sure.
I think people write him off whenever they're like, Chuck, you bro, come on. Like these guys are good. He's like, yeah, but you don't understand how good I was.
Oh, people just shit on him for his free throws, but like, bro, he was such a good ball player. Like he was so good. Nobody gives him the credit.
Seen that clip that always goes around of him and MJ at the All-Star game back in like 94 or 90 something? I love that one, man.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone forgets when Jordan came back, Shaq eliminated him. Like he didn't make the finals that first year back.
That's true. That's true.
The crazy
true.
part.
Can I say before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, buddy, go ahead.
Good thing we're recording on Monday because we got Hot Take Monday going on.
We already got one, so well, it's not really my hot take, but I said Kawhi's a pussy, so that's my fucking.
That's a pretty hot take. Everyone calls him the Terminator. Like
I'm convinced he's a robot.
Dude, they just had I forget the name of the coach, but he went from the Raptors over to the Lakers last year.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, and he was on All the Smoke, and they asked him about Kawhi, and they're like asking about the Terminator, and he's like, because he's the Terminator. He's like, it was going into game 4 or something against the Bucks, and they were down. It was 2-1 or whatever, right? Because they lost the first 2 games, won the
Yeah.
third.
Yes.
And the coaches are in the room having a conversation because like the defense was absolute shit. They couldn't figure out what to do, and they're like, we got to figure out what we're gonna do to guard Giannis. And Kawhi just stone cold comes out of nowhere and is just like,
Oh.
the only thing that's happening is I'm guarding Giannis.
that
That was it. And
was
just
it.
sat there looking at them, and they're like,
Okay.
okay, Kawhi's guarding Giannis. And that was the series. They won 4 games straight.
Hey,
Like-
he stuck to his promise, bro.
Right?
That's
I'm like,
fucking
God
amazing.
damn.
I remember hearing a clip, like almost like not a soundbite, but like TSN talked about it after again, it was that same series, how he's like Nick Nurse is kind of like the message was, okay, game by game, right? And Kawhi Leonard literally stood up in the locker room. He's like, fuck that, we're gonna win 2 straight. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
fucking man for
Oh,
that shit. And
I
that's
know.
so for me, because I was a big Jordan fan, that's why Kawhi is my like. There's 2 people in the league right now that I think are perfect emulations of Jordan, and it's Russell Westbrook and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard more the quiet type, but you can see when he starts to get into the game and he does start to trash talk that it's like, bro, the way he like shakes his head no at dudes when they get a hand up in front of his face, and he'll literally like, you've seen him mouth like, bro, no, get that shit out of here. And it's like, oh, like that's
Okay.
so
Yeah.
disrespectful. Like, bro just told you no. That's it. He doesn't have to say
I know,
anything
right?
else.
It's so
And then
true.
Russ is just like, Russ
Oh,
is a
man. Russ is a monster. I've said it too before, like how he's a stat patter, but like, man, the guy just makes it work everywhere he goes. I mean, Houston wasn't really the ideal spot because again, with him and Harden, just doesn't work.
and that's
It didn't work in OKC. It's not gonna happen.
he needs a Pippen, man. He needs that guy that's gonna come and is okay being like the second fiddle to him, which it seemed like it was okay over
Washington with Bradley
Yeah.
Beal.
like I really love the combination of those 2 guys
Yeah.
because like Beal's unselfish, man. He's like, bro, if I gotta drop 50 a night, wicked. I would rather not though.
I'll let Brody do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, man. No, I love it though. It's basketball's, you know what? I gotta say, like the last couple of years, basketball's been really good since like, the Raptors one. I find it's been more entertaining because it's not fucking Golden State and Cleveland in the finals every
Thank
goddamn
God.
year. So the game's changing. Hey, we got 4 teams. I mean, well, Milwaukee's a contender, but you got Atlanta. Clippers are kind of like there, but you got some
They're kinda
underdogs in
like-
there, You
They're
got
kind
some.
of in the middle kind of thing.
Man,
Yeah, it depends what version of them shows up. That's the scary part.
yeah.
Like when they're all running on full cylinders, like I don't know many teams that can beat them, but a lot of people said that about Brooklyn.
Yeah, I
and
know, and they
fucking look
choked.
What happened?
Too.
But
I mean,
like Kyrie was down, Harden is hurt. They're like 1 or 2 defensive pieces away from being like that lockdown team. So like next year is going to be scary.
yeah, I think they're going to continue just to add it on in the offseason because that's going to be the team to win, to be honest.
And
like
they don't
that's
want to
gonna,
break apart. Like you can see that.
oh, fuck no. They're going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
No,
I won't be surprised if someone takes a pay cut just to stay there.
Oh, for sure. I think Blake Griffin's probably going to be that guy because he just got released.
I think DeAndre as
Okay.
well too, because his numbers are starting to fall off.
Yeah.
or
Was it
sorry,
Andre
not-
Drummond?
Yeah, Andre. I always say
Oh,
wait,
no,
Drummond's
Jordan.
in the Lakers. Yeah, and then DeAndre's the one.
Right.
See, I do
right,
the same
right.
thing. I do the same thing every time.
right.
I just
It's
did
all
this
good.
the other day where I called Andre Drummond, and I was like, they're like, you mean DeAndre Jordan? I was like, fuck.
I forgot DeAndre because he hasn't really done anything with them,
Yeah.
to be honest. He hasn't really
Kinda
made
like
his game big.
Yeah, they've just been using him for like the defensive part of the game, really, man. Like he doesn't need to be that offensive. Like when you got KD, man, who needs to be the offensive guy? Like Joe Harris is your 3 specialist. Like
Good team, man. It's a fucking solid team. Man, speaking of solid teams though, got the Euro Cup going on, eh? We got some games today.
Italy?
We got
Oh my God.
big win yesterday for Italy. Switzerland beat Turkey. Oh, the Netherlands and they were winning 1-0 when I was watching that game. The Dutch beat North Macedonia 3-0.
I'm actually surprised Macedonia's in the tournament this time.
I know, that's so random, eh?
Yeah, I'm surprised as well.
Don't mistaken a Greek for a Macedonian or vice versa. They get fucking pissed.
Very different place. Very different place.
Yeah.
It's like Serbians and Croatians, so you can't
you
like
don't
they're
wanna call
they.
them the same thing.
It's all that history with like the European countries but let's see, Austria, Ukraine 1-0. Oh, Denmark just beat up Russia 4-1.
Oh,
Now, here's the
Belgium,
thing. Who's going to
Finland.
be Iceland of this whole cup?
I don't know that the Iceland, yeah, the upset team. Man, I don't know.
the thing is, it's like there doesn't seem to be a lot of upset teams right now.
Yeah, there hasn't really been any big upsets.
Like anyone that's, I think, an upset is like teams that have had success in the past.
Oh,
too.
hold up. Czech Republic is up first place in their group.
Who's in their group?
Wow, hold on. Yeah, so Czech Republic and then England, Croatia, and then Scotland's at the bottom. But they all got one game left, so that's fucked. Czech Republic, you would never think, eh?
That is actually, yeah. That's an interesting group. Scotland, I was a lot of people had promise for them this year.
They did. They were looking pretty good.
The one I'm like, oh my god about is in terms of a powerhouse team being out right now, Spain. Like,
I
don't
was
know
just
if
about
they're
to
gonna make it
say.
out of that division. I don't know if they are.
They're fucked, man. They only have 2 points.
Right? Slovakia and Sweden both have a win. Like, and then I think who plays who next? It is Slovakia plays Spain.
Oh my god.
And Sweden plays Poland.
Oh man, then Sweden's gonna 100% win.
Yep.
Yeah, no matter what.
Do you know how? Wow, it's crazy. Like Ibra's not even on the team, and they're playing so good. Like you just think about it. Like we were talking about this earlier, Kyle. Like Quin, we were texting about it. Like maybe sometimes I think maybe sometimes it's not good to have just that one all superstar player.
Yep.
Because the
like
game
revolves
around. Exactly, because the game revolves around them too much, and teams just figure that out.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was with Sweden.
I agree, because like even Portugal was like that. Like if it wasn't for
if it wasn't for Ronaldo and the others,
right? Well, even before, like we had Figo and we had this guy.
Sick! I used to love Figo.
I loved Figo.
AC Milan.
Yes, fuck, guy was amazing.
He was
I still have my Ronaldo jersey from the first time he played in the Euros, and he couldn't wear number 7. He wore 17.
Yeah, because of Figo.
So it's like a rare thing. But Luis, he was that guy.
Sorry.
And then we transitioned over to Ronaldo, but it was like we never had like the great secondary player. Like, we had Carvalho, we had Nunez, like Nene was supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, Nene was good too.
And that kid just like disappeared over the last few tournaments. I don't know what the hell happened to him. And then like Bruno Fernandes hasn't lived up to his potential. So, but then there was that kid that comes out of nowhere, off the bench against France in the last Euro and freaking wins it for Portugal.
Oh yeah.
Game after Ronaldo gets taken out of the game.
That kid is good though. I've heard good things about him. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I think Portugal's a good team. It's just we were saying too, like they have just the groups that they're put in are just fucking insane.
Right? This year, man, to be with Germany and to be with France, like Hungary's whatever.
Yeah,
like,
they're not good.
But the fact that they gave us a draw the last tournament, which irks my fucking soul still to this day. But like I was all hyped, but I was even telling my dad when I saw the first game against Hungary there that like even though they won 3-0, that wasn't like a proper 3-0 win. Like that should have been a dominant 3-0 win for Portugal, in my opinion. That first half they got lucky. And then all that happened was Hungary had a goal called back, and you could see it shook them. And they just couldn't get back in their psyche after that. And it was like Portugal just took advantage because they're powerhouse that way. Yeah. But I was like, against Germany, I don't know, man. And against France is going to be the interesting one because it seems like they're a good matchup against France. But France
is underachieving.
Beat the shit out of Germany. Like even though Germany controlled the ball, like to get one goal on 4 shots when friggin' Germany had 10 off target. Like they couldn't even 10 shots off target, and they only had It was like 11 shots total, and like only one of them was on target on the net. So that just shows you how good the defense was in that game.
Oh, for
But
sure.
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be real interesting this last one because Portugal has to win.
Yeah, I think I'm telling you, Ronaldo. Like, I love Ronaldo, to be honest with you. Such a like generational. We'll never see a player like him for another generation. But I just love. He's just on a mission. This fucking Euro
Agreed,
Cup.
man.
He's been playing so good.
This
Like
last one
he's
too.
so
It's like,
world class, dude.
yep.
Yeah.
Well, even like he kind of messed up the ankle a little bit in that game against Germany, and still to like push the way he did, like fuck. God
Yeah,
damn it, I know.
I respect him honestly. Like this might be a hot take Monday, but I think he's better than Lionel Messi.
I'm all for
Hey,
it.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
A lot of
I'm
people
all
are
for
like,
hot take Monday.
it's hard to say though.
For it.
It's hard to say. Like a lot of people say, like it's hard to decide. But like, because at first in like the early 2010s, like fucking Lionel Messi was winning all the Ballon d'Or fucking trophies.
Ballon d'Or.
And yeah, Ballon d'Or. Yeah, sorry, I mispronounced that. But he was winning them all in Europe, and then now it's just Ronaldo's been winning it every year. It feels like for like the last 5 years, right? So it's like, and then obviously they're two different players, but man, Ronaldo he's just so like I'm telling you, we'll never see an athlete like that.
Oh, never.
And for a long time, dude. It's just you gotta respect it.
Italy might be seeing another fucking championship title.
We'll see. Honestly, like the biggest test is gonna be because the first 2 rounds it's probably gonna be like my cousin was telling me it's gonna be probably like Ukraine or one of these shitty teams.
What group are they attached to after into the round of 16? Because there's always a group you're attached to play afterwards, right? Like,
That's
like
true.
winner of Group A faces Group D or whatever, or like Group B runner up or some shit, and then Group
It's
B.
man.
winner.
And why you do that? I gotta say, for everybody that's playing FIFA, check the market price again, please.
Oh, facts.
Oh,
Check
shit,
your Ultimate
yeah.
Team prices. That's gonna like skyrocket. It doesn't show me here. It says everything's to be determined. Let me just the table. Honestly, like
You keep doing what you're doing. I can look it up if you want.
okay, yeah, like honestly, it's just gonna be the semifinal is gonna be the biggest test because they've faced a bunch of easy teams. I mean, they haven't allowed a goal since like 2019, I think.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
In a game, so it's
God
good.
Damn, that's a long streak.
2 years, yeah.
Dude.
It's been almost 2 years. I think September 2019 was the last time they allowed a goal in like friendly, competitive, or
Any
international.
world play, basically.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, crazy, eh?
Fuck.
You
That
know
is
what?
actually wild.
That
Go
is.
ahead.
I'm telling you, no, it's okay, man. One thing too I noticed about this Italian squad, which is like really good, is that it's a really young team, and that's what they've kind of lacked for years. I remember after they won, it's just 2010 was filled with all the old guys from the years before.
2010 was failure.
And they failed miserably. They didn't even get out of the
They had like, was it Piero on the team?
They had Pirlo, they had Gattuso still. They had Buffon was still younger. So
yeah. What was the other Diego?
Like
Diego or something. Oh my
It
god.
wasn't Maradona, I know that.
Definitely not.
Maradona.
Definitely not.
Coming on the field at like 50 years old playing for Italy. Oh
Wait, hold on, bro. Aren't you from Argentina?
Hey, a lot of Italians were Argentinian, yeah.
And the other part is too, as long as you get that passport. So I learned down the right. Like, who was the kid that he I think played for France with the French passport, but he was from somewhere else in Europe. I don't know. I might be wrong on this one.
There was a guy. Canada was playing a friendly game, and the goalie for the opposing team was a Canadian goalie.
Oh, very
cool. He let in some like really shitty goal. It was on all over Sportsnet. I don't remember the team. It might have been like Panama or something. One of these like lower tier teams that they were playing. Yeah, in an international game, and it's like so good to see like such a strong team. I mean, again, they've faced like a lot of kind of lower tier teams in their group, but
the easiest group we ever had.
It's for a while, because 2016 they had a hard group.
I was telling you because when I was talking to Adrian about this earlier, Jacob, because I had mentioned like I swear to God, Portugal's had the last 4 group of deaths. I was wrong. So
Oh.
what it is like they had this year's group of death, and then the last two, I can't remember who. Germany was part of the last World Cup, and then the Euro or whatever it was before that. Either way, Italy had the 2016. They were the group of death in 2016.
Italy,
and
Belgium, Ireland, Sweden. Yeah.
Yep. And then 2010, 2012, 2014, Portugal was in those twice with Germany and once with Brazil.
Wow.
And it was just like, yeah. The Brazil one I still remember because I was like, holy fuck. Portugal's finally playing Brazil in a group round in a fucking tournament. This is going to be insane. And
That's
it was like, I think both of them are the two that came out of the group, and then Portugal got eliminated like first fucking round. Like right
it's
after
hard.
that.
It's the World Cup. I find just so hard. I mean, like to win the World Cup, it's so fucking hard, dude.
And weird teams. Like, do you guys remember like the whole Ivory Coast one? Like
Costa Rica.
Yeah, Senegal. When they fucking went on that tear, like early 2000s, Ghana
South
in
Korea.
2010, yeah, South Korea
they rigged that one, but yeah.
Iceland,
the fucking like what the fuck of all the teams, like where did they come from and where did they go?
We're saying,
the population of Iceland is the same population as Brampton.
Yeah, dude, they literally have a population of 316,000 people.
Brampton fucking soccer club could probably go play.
Brampton FC just playing in the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead right now.
That would be amazing. Oh my god, imagine just all of us like Brampton wastemans going on the soccer field when they can't score the goal. Yo, fam, I can't score, fam.
Get these wastemans off the field.
Get these youths off the field, fam.
These waste youths. Oh my god, bro, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead.
The coach is like some middle-aged dude. He's like going up to like the fucking the guys on the bench, like they're about to go out. Yo, fam, you gotta beat those ops out there, bro. You're going in, bro. You're going in, fam. Go beat those ops over there.
I'm fucking dead.
Oh man. Oh, that's amazing.
Brampton FC on the up. We're coming into the World Cup. Just wait.
Oh, okay. We're starting that team. We're starting that. Oh, we're gonna be starting that team. World Cup, FIFA, get ready. I mean, come on. If a country like Iceland with like 300,000 people can be, the city of Brampton could be a country. We can just say we're a country. It's okay.
So.
Good.
That comes out of here.
Oh god.
That buddy.
There's probably some talent that comes out of here. Come on.
For sure. There is some good soccer players. I've played with some really fucking good soccer players in the past.
Too, man.
Oh yeah. Tyler Sagan, Rick Nash, Sean Monahan. There you go. You got some talent there.
Tell you how I met like Taylor Hall by chance.
Oh really?
Dude came into Lids, of all places.
Wait. Which Lids? Sorry.
So this is last summer at Square One. There was like a golf tournament going on in the area, and I guess he was in for the golf tournament. Dude, okay, so this was the weirdest thing, right? Because like a lot of the hockey players, unfortunately, because I don't follow what they look like as much anymore, unless it's like who I like. A lot of the time, I'm looking and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like maybe no. So he comes into Square One. I'm there. This was like in the transition when I'm like going over to my other store or whatever. So this is like after like I'm only there for like a week or something, and I'm randomly there this day. And he comes in, and I remember looking and I'm like, fuck, this guy looks familiar, like really fucking familiar. But I'm not that type of person that's like, hey dude, where do I know you from? Like, you know what I mean? It's a little freaking weird. But he buys some hats. He comes up and I ask for his, like, you know, my whole process when I'm
yep.
Right, like I'm very adamant about like helping people out, getting them deals wherever I can, like in the means of what I do.
Absolutely.
And so I'm asking for his email. We have no promotions running, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm good," right? Like already is like I don't want to give my fucking email, and I'm just like, "Oh no, dude, I'm actually suggesting it because I'm actually gonna get you a discount on your hats right now with the way our membership works out." And he looks at me, and he kind of stares for like 30 seconds. And he's like, okay. And then just like kind of leans in like slightly with like his head, and then says very quietly, he's like, Taylor Hall. and then like some number at whatever email address. Obviously, I don't want to fucking sit here and put this shit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people are emailing him. Like,
Oh,
no, that
fuck.
wasn't the intention.
Hey,
He tells me, and I look down, and I'm like, right?
Did you look? You're like,
yeah, dude.
hold up.
I'm taking, because for me, I'm so used to people just naming emails after their favorite players or like something. Like I had a kid that did like after Tyler Seguin. Like it's not uncommon for those things to happen. I'm doing like the wait one fucking second thing, right? Like,
yeah, you're like, hold on, bucko.
but I'm not fanboying.
Yeah.
I give him his hats and I'm like, hey man, just one question before you head out. And he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, is that legit? And like, I'm not even asking, are you Taylor Hall? I'm like saying, is this legit? And he knows exactly what I'm getting at. And he looks at me and he just has the fucking grin and he's just like, yeah. And I'm like,
oh, that's gangster.
I'm like, okay, this makes sense. I'm like, you're in the area for whatever tournament. It's like, yeah. Because I was talking about, because he was in his golf gear. I was like, oh shit. Like I was having conversation with him.
Yeah.
But bro, I'm sitting there afterwards and I'm like,
wow.
I just met Taylor Hall. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Was he cool? Like he was cool?
Oh shit. And I think the reason why too was like I didn't make a thing out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in a rush. So because of that, it was like he was a respect thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, I thought that was really cool, man. I was like, fuck, dude.
Dude, was it before COVID or was it during?
This was after the first lockdown.
Okay. Oh, so this was last summer.
Yeah, because a lot of the players were still here. Like if they're Canadian, like they were locked into here for the most part until like everything kind of went back for them, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he was a free agent because he's playing with the Devils. No, not the Devils. Fuck, who? Arizona. After
Arizona,
yeah.
It was Arizona, and then he went to freaking Buffalo.
Yeah,
places there, and then Boston, and he played great in Boston. Dude, that's amazing though. That's an amazing story.
I thought that was really fucking cool because it's not often that like I've never met anybody at Lids, but I hear all these stories all the time about these hockey players coming in, these basketball players. Like,
oh yeah,
I did get to meet Four Corners when he came into Bram one time, and I was trying to sell him on a fucking embroidery for what was it? It was one of the players' signatures or something at the time, right? And he's like, no. If I'm gonna get it, I'm just gonna get one of the guys to sign it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, you know some of the players or something. You know someone that knows them. He's like, dude, I'm Four Corners, and I'm looking at him because, bro, I don't know what you look like. I just hear you stadium. That's it.
yeah.
And I'm like, what? No way. And like, he goes through his like shit to show me, and I'm just like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I just came to cop a hat because I was in the area and I need one for tonight.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's so fucking sick, dude. Yeah, oh my god.
That's before I go, because I do have one more story, but I did get to meet Cardinal Official a few times working at Shoppers Drug Mart because he used to live in my area.
Oh, I remember you telling me that. Yeah. That's really cool.
That was like where he would go to shop. But yeah, that guy just kind of went, bro, he is big.
He's a big dude, eh?
He's a big dude. Like he's like 6, I swear he's like 6'3", 6'4" almost.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
And then like he's not a small guy either. Like he's a hefty fucking
dude. He's just he's big strong man. He's big strong man.
Big strong bull from old country.
Yeah,
you know,
from Mother Russia, you know.
From
Mother Russia.
From Mother Russia.
Yeah, no.
We'll go to eat lots of beef stroganoff, you know. He's big strong man. I go to fight an army.
Oh my god! I am the machine.
Oh yeah.
Yo, there's a movie. He's making a movie.
Bert Kreischer's making a movie?
Yeah, The Machine. He made into a movie, and then on top of it, guess who's playing his fucking dad? I died when I saw this.
Who's playing his
Mark
dad?
fucking Hamill.
No way.
Skywalker is playing. Yes, the Joker. Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad you thought that.
Dude,
he's my favorite Jokers of all time.
People who doesn't know what I'm talking about, you'll know.
Right? I know what you're talking about.
You'll know.
Is it a Netflix movie or like what is it?
It might be.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, no. Bert Kreischer posted on his Instagram a video of him getting onto a plane, like announcing that he's doing the movie, and then all of a sudden he's like, and you'll never guess who's playing my dad. And then it's just ironic because like even at the end of the clip that he did, he's like, do it, say it. He's like, I'm not saying it. And like Mark Hamill does this like stone cold, just like fuck you type of dad thing to him, and then just walks off the plane. It was epic. I was like, this is gonna be good.
That's amazing. Okay, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for that.
Can I say, for people who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Mark Hamill was the voice of Joker in the Batman Arkham game.
Yes, sir.
And animated series, the original animated series, which is where he got the role originally from. And they wanted to bring him back and reprise it for the video games because he's considered the best Joker almost like unanimously.
Oh, for sure, bro. Oh man. That's amazing though. Oh man, I'm so stoked for that now. Okay, fuck man. That's gonna be so good. Oh,
Distract more.
That's I'm fired up now, but fuck. Well, this is gonna really fire me up. But did any of you guys watch that game last night? Come
on, bring it. I know you're gonna
I didn't catch the game, but I'll let you guys kind of dictate this.
I know it's coming. Come on, give it to us. I know it's coming. Give it to us. Come on.
I'm gonna have a moment.
I know it's coming. Come on, Adrian.
You know what? This has been going on. This is just me talking about Game 4 last night. This god awful dog shit officiating that's been going on in this fucking sport for years, and with Chris Lee screwing the Habs for decades. I'm tired. Enough. Enough is enough. Why can't they see that this guy has an obvious personal bias against this team, and they still put him in games? Why?
Doesn't make
sense, man. I'm fed up.
You know what he's like? What's that baseball umpire that like always fucks Toronto? Angel Martinez? Is it Angel Martinez?
Martinez, yeah.
Angel. This is the fucking Angel Martinez of the NHL, man.
So bad. Dude,
that's what's happening.
I could remember Chris Lee reffing Habs games when I was a kid, and he would be making awful calls. From when I was a kid, and I can still remember it till now.
It's like
I am so convinced. I am so goddamn convinced that the NHL is trying so hard to get Vegas in the finals. Maybe not win, but get them in the finals because they can sell out a whole arena, and it's Las Vegas. They'll spike up the ticket prices, and they got to make up for all their lost revenue from COVID because they couldn't have Canadian fans in the Canadian games during the North Division. It was all empty. So I got to make up for it somehow. That is my conspiracy, and it's not really a conspiracy because it's looking pretty freaking obvious now.
You know what? Hey, it's not a conspiracy. It's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what's the crazy thing? My no-no said years ago, we were at some family party, and he's a couple of glasses of vino in, and he was saying that you'll never see a Stanley Cup in Toronto or Montreal or anywhere in Canada anymore.
Not for a
because
long,
they don't want it.
Time. Nope,
because
exactly.
they don't want it.
Dude, and it's interesting because my dad has always said that like his biggest thing is that the leagues are fixed at the end of the day because it's ratings are what draw everything and determine who goes where and what does what. And he's saying basically you'll never ever see a Stanley Cup in Toronto ever. Like he loves Montreal at the end of the day. Like his team is the Chicago Blackhawks, but he loves the Montreal Canadiens because he got to see every single one of those cups in the 60s. He got to see the 70s, the 80s, the last cup in the 90s. Like I remember sitting and watching that one game where Carey Price, or not Carey, sorry. So this is how good Carey's playing that I just called wrong. Carey Price, okay?
Oh, buddy, they're playing at the same rate. I'm telling you.
But like Patrick Waugh goes down with that injury in the middle of a fucking game, and then whatever. That might have been during the season that year, but I think it was the playoffs. But either way, like I remember that distinctly, and that being a moment of like no one's touching this team. They're gonna destroy who, and like those LA Kings were powerhouse. That Toronto Maple Leafs team that almost beat them was a powerhouse, but nobody was better than Montreal that season. Nobody.
It was they were just the road warriors. They were winning games on the road, just like this year. Overtime,
like Dampoose days and everything, right?
Yes, sir. Eric Desjardins, Guy Carbonneau. They had Gary Leeman. He wasn't as good though, but Gary Leeman was on the team. They had some good players, and it's just They were a good team. Like again, they weren't filled with superstars like the Kings were. The Leafs had, Dougie Gilmore.
They had a
they
lot
had
at that time
they had good.
because they just grabbed like Andrew Chuck from Buffalo. They had I want to say they had Gill at the time.
Oh, Todd Gill. Yeah,
They might have had Todd Gill at the time.
I think they did. Yeah.
God, fuck, dude, I used to be able to name like every fucking player off that roster. It was insane. Felix Putvin was their goalie.
Yes, he was great
And
too.
he was like considered one of the tops at the time with like Patrick, with Kelly
Hextall.
Rudy, Hextall,
I fucking hate
Grant
Kelly Rudy.
Grant Fuhr was still good at the time. Hasek was Okay, man, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Those are some good elite talents though.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, it's okay. So, go ahead, Jacob.
No,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
say, good thing I defected to the Montreal Canadiens, but still, that officiating was crap.
Yep.
Everybody around the league was like, wow, like what a fucking pathetic performance from that officiating last night. Like even fans that weren't even Montreal fans that I was seeing on the internet, they were like, yeah, this team is getting fucked royally. Like I'm just so like this year too, the officiating has just been awful. Like
it's been
like
really
in the
bad.
whole league, it's been bad. And then you saw the clip of the fucking, who was it?
Tim Peel?
Tim Peel, yeah, with the makeup call thing, like, so like, oh, like, you know what? I remember I was watching this. It was actually Dale's show. They were talking about the refs, and he's like, they should be held accountable. They should talk to the media when they fuck up.
Yep.
They should.
But they're protected like a motherfucker. So like, man, I know it's not hockey, but hockey always brings me back to these moments in sports because of what's happening with it right now. I don't think we've seen this much disarray in hockey through the refs in a long time.
Oh,
but
not to this extent.
Do you remember that one who fucked up that kid's perfect game in Detroit?
Jim Wolf, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Armando Galarraga.
Yeah, and he was protected after that incident, as in, we understand people make mistakes, but you just damaged a kid's career. Like, he never came back from that, man. He maybe had one or two good seasons, and then he was back to being a middle reliever, and then fell off the fucking face of the earth.
Yeah.
How often do you hear about fucking Galarraga?
He publicly owned that, though. He said,
he did. He went on to his own, which was a good thing. I just didn't like how the league tried to protect him and say, this is our umpires. They're put on the spot and have to make a call. And he's like, man, if I could go back and change that, I would. That was the wrong fucking call. But he's like, I was so scared. He just admitted, like, there was so much fear in that moment to make the decision. You don't want to make the wrong one. The only right one in their mind a lot of the time is the out call.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, fuck. Game's almost over. Like, or the safe, whatever the fuck he did. He called him safe when it was supposed to be an out for the perfect game.
Yeah, it was, and I think he wrote a book after, like, years later, and said, yeah, like, I still, like, feel awful about that. And even he said, in that public like apology he made, he's like, yeah, I just ruined that kid's game, and like, I feel awful. And that's good that they hold themselves accountable. Some of them will, so a lot of them won't. Like, there was a ref that told Gallagher, like, to shut the fuck up once after a game, after it was against the Dallas Stars. And I'm like, how do you, like, get away with that? They should be mic'd at all times now. After that makeup call thing with Tim Hill, they should all be fucking mic'd up right now. That's what Dale Weiss was saying on his show.
That's like what the NBA refs do.
Yep, that's right. So, and they cover their mics sometimes too, so they
so that nobody can hear. Yeah. Well, I was just telling Jacob. So, like, my interesting take on it all is not necessarily that anyone's getting paid off, is that it's being controlled to be this way.
True.
Because one of the NBA refs went on a podcast, I can't remember, All the Smoke, whatever the heck it was, and was talking about the nature of what refs do when they go into games. I might have talked to you about this before, Adrian. But the idea is that before they go into a game, depending on, like, let's use the example I was using for you, Jacob, the LA Lakers and the Miami Heat. What they're looking at is A, what teams are playing, B, what market are we playing in, C, what players are on the court, what fouls do they normally get themselves into, how is the game played when these two teams are on the court together, and what are we going to crack today? We might come down on shooting fouls in the paint. Today, we might come down on screen fouls, like screen blocking, all like. So that's why some games it seems like they focus so heavily on other parts, is because they've thought of a game plan going into the game. Today, we're gonna fucking focus on slashing because the Montreal Canadiens are known for hacking when they're going around. Not this is an actual example.
Yeah, no,
today.
you're just
But like
metaphorically.
actually, this would be perfect for like fucking
Yeah.
Boston or like Vegas, actually.
Yeah.
Like they're hacking a lot of the time around the ankles and the puck to try to slow the other teams down so that they can get caught up. So okay, maybe today then we're gonna focus on the hacking and the slashing, and then the next game maybe it'll be the roughing, and we'll look at like a lot more like area of contact hits, things like that. We might call more offsides this game. We might let some fly in other games that are close calls. So it's like they always have this preemptive way
Game
to
plan.
call the game
Right.
before the game even happens, which to me is wrong because the game should be called the way the game should be called.
Yeah.
The rules are fucking in place for a reason.
Yeah.
Like otherwise,
exactly.
otherwise you're basically saying like, today I don't feel like calling slashes. I want to call holdings. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Let them fuck each other
It's
up.
just like the thing that just gets me so pissed. And like I was talking to my girlfriend's dad about it last night was like, there's no consistency. So now you're going to have situations where maybe in the finals, players on both teams, whoever makes it, are not going to know what they can get away with and when they can't. So that's going to really cause a lot of mixed signals towards the players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's my whole thing. It's like you can do this, but you can't fucking do this, right? And it's just like everyone's like it's like confused. And at one point they lost control of the game and they stopped managing the game and they got out of control. There was all these scraps and Suzuki got punched in the face by Braden McNabb and it caused the whole thing. And fucking Chris Lee was watching it happen and he didn't call anything. I was like what the fuck? I'm telling you, there's a personal vendetta he has against that team because he's been doing it for years.
And that's the problem with bias in the game and personal. You can't control personal bias in the game. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask this question. Do you think we're at the point where the human error needs to be removed now? Like, are we at the point with like not removing refs out of the game, but allowing the technology to dictate the game and then allowing the refs to enforce the dictation of it?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Hard, man. That's hard because like, yeah, like I got the technology to do it too, right? But like, I think that's honestly the way to go because people just are too much in their fucking feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the refs.
Like we're seeing it in this series play out with Vegas and Montreal right now. You're not seeing it in the other series. That one's running without a fucking hitch.
Yeah, Montreal has only 6 minutes in power play time this whole series. I just looked it up today. Compared to everyone has like 15, 14, and 18 or something like that.
And the kicker, go back and look at what they did during the season.
I know.
That's a way to watch trends too in the playoffs is like, are they team like in that last stretch, man, like they had that dip down for a little while where they were struggling, but then they got their feet under them.
Yeah.
And they were fucking eating up penalty minutes on teams. Like look at the shit that happened in the Toronto series.
Yep, that's
Toronto
true.
fucking shot themselves in the foot against Montreal, and Montreal fucking took advantage at every. So I'm like looking at this, and then going into the next series, and then going into the next series, and it's like, I feel like something. Like you guys are right. Like something's going on with the way the game's being called. The bias happening. Like it gets tough at the end of the day too because it's like we don't have the proof, but like the proof is there at the same time.
It's really really fucking sus. Like you can really see it out in the open. It's like so like again we barely get any power plays in the series, and there was the first game 1 or 2 game 2 we got 0 power plays, and Dale even said too, I remember I was watching his thing, I was watching a clip and he was like, how can you play a perfect game
such thing
with 0 infractions? That's impossible.
No such thing, especially in playoff hockey. There's no possible way for that to happen. Right? Especially with like what I said, if you're going into these games with these game plans, which supposedly all refs across all leagues are, according to this one guy who was the head ref of the NBA. So it's like, you're telling me that you decided you're going to crack down on certain penalties and that one team didn't even fucking get close to one?
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on now.
And can I say, how the hell do the refs miss Corey Perry getting high stick?
Yeah, that's another one. It was so like, bro, he was literally bleeding down his face, and there was blood on his jersey.
We didn't see it. We didn't see it.
I know.
This is what's
I
happening.
mean,
We
personally,
didn't see it.
it didn't really matter because they scored right after. So,
Yeah.
but still, like it's just the consistency, and like I just hate how they try to make it about themselves. Nobody comes to the games to watch the goddamn refs.
It's true, man.
Nobody
They have
comes.
a complex. It's like this weird Napoleon complex, but towards hockey of like not having their opinion valued or something. So
Yeah.
I like, okay, this is gonna be a fucked up thing to say, but I feel like
No,
sometimes
okay.
these refs are the kids who couldn't fucking make it in the sport and they're angry at everybody else, and this was the only thing that they could do to get into the game, and they got there and like, I'm gonna be that fucking guy
Facts.
that fucks with these people because I
Oh,
want the game to be about me.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I'm telling you, I
Yeah,
wouldn't doubt it
same.
at all. It's getting so bad. Like, I another thing I heard too was apparently a lot of former players are getting into reffing, so that's actually kind of good because
Hey,
it's more situational, right? So it's like, oh, I've been in this situation before. This was a penalty, right? Or this maybe not so much, or
yep,
this is like absolutely a penalty, right? So
I
like
like
it's
that.
creating more experience wise, or I guess like because they were in situations like that. So
Yeah,
hopefully that is the future of
that
you know
makes
I think
sense.
as Vegas and Canadian Game 5
we
and
won't have we don't have this bullshit that's going on in this series. I like I just again one more thing like I want to say like I just hate how you can't like, it's not just for hockey, it's for all sports how you cannot criticize these refs without getting fined or suspended
Or even
and
the league.
or the league. I know. That's like I don't mean
That's
to
the
get
scary part.
political, but
Yeah.
it's like almost like a sort of like corporate fascism,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
look at MLB with the whole Remember we talked about this when starting the podcast? Like
Yes, sir.
Trevor Bauer was in this whole kick. Like I watched all these videos. Like this guy put together this really good freaking video. It was like a fan video. You can't trust the information, but it was
Okay.
that Trevor Bauer for the last few years, and they showed clips of him all the time trying to out Garrett Cole and all the other pitchers saying
Yeah.
a substance is being used that the MLB is not catching. And I'm telling you, because it's physically impossible. And he tested all the science. The guy literally went out and hired a whole bunch of people and tried all these different regimens to increase spin rate naturally. And he said it's actually physically impossible. It cannot be
Yeah.
done without the
Wow.
addition of a substance, which they end up finding out that that fucking substance is being used for the last
Yeah.
year.
Garrett
And then,
Cole.
yeah. And then the kicker is that he's like, he got to the point and he said this. He's like, if they're not going to do anything about it, then I'm just going to say fuck it. And someone showed Trevor Bauer's numbers, and because he went from the 3 point like whatever ERA down to the
Yes.
1 point something the next year, and his spin rate was like, it was unfathomable how much it increased. Like I can't remember the exact percentage, but like it's impossible even through years of training to increase it that high of a percentage. He's like, this is exactly what Garrett Cole did. So I'm going to do this and no one's going to touch me. And no one is touching him. And then now what was
Josh
weird,
Donaldson
this,
fucking
yeah.
exposing
But
everybody.
at the beginning of the season, supposedly, and this Trevor Bauer said this. I just watched the clip the other day. He's like, I've been telling the league this, and it's just messed up that, at the beginning of the season, it was kind of like, okay, like we'll deal with it for the year. They know about it now, but like it is what it is, and we're not going to do anything. You guys are safe. And what the fuck just happened where they start cracking down on everyone? They ban the substance. And then Tyler Glasnow came out and did an
Oh,
interview.
Glasnow, yeah.
Yeah, admitted that he's been using it because all the other pitchers are using it.
Oh.
And that now he's
Wow.
injured because of him having to revert back and try to fuck with his mechanics.
Oh, I didn't know that was the reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he got injured because he's like, because this, it's dangerous what they just did to us. We've been using this thing to help us. That wasn't illegal. They said it was not illegal. And then they just decide one day now it's an
Wow.
illegal
Holy.
substance. And now
No
that's why
shit,
you're seeing all
eh?
this shit happening with all the pitchers going down right now.
No kidding. Wow. You know what's crazy? Like I was just Tyler Glasnow on the Rays, right?
Yep.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He was on Mike, Mike, well, he calls himself just Mike now, but that artist. And he was on his like podcast, and like I just saw that, and that's wow. It was wow. Like I saw that like last month.
Admit it to it, man.
Wow.
Everybody's coming out about it now. Like, and that's the scary part. Everyone tried to hide it because it was one of those things where out of sight, out of mind. No one will fucking know, right? Like, we don't know if it's illegal. We don't know if it's not. They're really not cracking down on it.
That's crazy.
It's just like, and here's the kicker. People had to start doing the spin rate thing because the way they were fucking with the balls, because then they were injuring themselves with the balls the way they're designed now. Remember Aaron Sanchez with the blisters? Like all of it's starting to make sense now. And it's like,
wow.
Like what the fuck is happening? Because they're trying to get the numbers back from the steroid era. They've never had those numbers since the Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa home run race. And baseball.
We were talking about this the last episode too. They don't give a fuck about the cheating. There's no morals anymore, and anywhere in the world, it's money over morals now, and it's just really like frustrating to see that like there's people just don't think like this is not the right thing to do. You know, like this is not the right thing to do. It's not ethically or morally the like good. You know, and there's
money, morals goes out the window. It seems.
Right out the window.
Gonna go a little teaser here, but maybe a little. I might release a clothing line called "Money Morals Over Money." So,
hey, that's actually not bad.
Keep it.
Let's get that on a hat.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about it lately, and it's just like everything, man. It's like not even just sports. It's like there's no like nobody like stands up or does like says like this is not okay. Like no. This is not cool. Like, you know, like nobody does that anymore. It's just, oh, I have to like take it up the ass because I need this money or you know, we got to make this money. It's like
it's
not okay.
I'm no part of this.
Yep.
It's just
that's actually dead on, Jacob.
Yeah, like bro, like it gets me so mad, but like, oh man, like I'm telling you,
we got to try to be the change, my friend. We got to try to be the change.
That's right. Be the change with the hands emoji.
The change.
Be the change. Let's do it, boys. Let's change the world,
cool
boys.
Down yet from your rant?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
You good?
I'm tired.
That was so good.
That was, dude. I got that out of me because I was waiting to say like to fucking yell like that because I don't want to start yelling. Like I was at my girlfriend's house last night watching a game and like it was late. I didn't want to start screaming, "What the fuck!"
You had to hold all that in until today.
Yeah, I had to hold that in until the podcast episode. I knew we were gonna talk. I'm good now. I'm good now. Oh.
He's zen, Jacob.
Oh, I'm cool now. I'm good. I got that all out of my system. I am Gucci as fuck. Yeah.
You got anything to get out too, Jacob?
Yeah. You have anything? You're good?
I got my rant when Derek was on, so.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right about the Leafs. Yeah, that's right. You got your you released your frustration. I remember that. You're like, this fucking team, sick of it.
Dude.
Suck every year.
And that's why I defected to the Montreal Canadiens because
hey, you made the right decision.
Fucking joke.
You came to the dark side, and the dark side we have cookies. You made the right decision.
I like cookies. Hey man, I'll always come to the dark side. I'm a Wings fan. I'm already on the dark side according to most.
I mean, geez, man, the '90s, you guys were killing it. Like,
right?
Fuck,
Early 2000s wasn't so
true.
bad. But man, the last 5 years.
You guys got the winning streak at the Joes. Oh my god.
Right? I'm still pissed about last year's draft pick though. Screw your Habs.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean? What did I do?
We should have had the #1 pick. We were the worst team in the whole fucking league.
Oh, I know. Oh, it was the Rangers. They fucking.
I know. You guys ended up with like a high pick too, didn't you?
No, we got like a 15
or
or something. No, we weren't in the top 5 because we beat Pittsburgh in the play-in round.
That's what it was.
Just dropped. I remember that.
Yeah, so good, man. I'm telling you. I want to go into the next topic, boys. We're talking about this earlier, but man, there's some baller shit here, man. We got this Vegas lacrosse team. Let me look up the name of it.
No, I don't think they have a name yet.
Oh, they don't have a name yet?
Yeah, all I know is NLL Las Vegas, basically.
Let me see. I'm going to just send it. I'm going to look for the article.
They haven't, like...
Yeah, so they just joined the ownership group, yeah.
Right, so...
It was them, Steve Nash, and Joe Tsai.
Yes, so according to Jess Golden from... This is a National Lacrosse League announces Wayne Gretzky, Dustin Johnson, Steve Nash, and Joe Tsai as co-owners of new Las Vegas franchise. National
Vegas.
That's bro. That is baller as fuck. Just seeing Gretzky, fucking Gretz, and like Dustin Johnson and Nash. Like, dude, that's baller. That's baller as fuck. I rate it. That's
I still find it crazy
gonna watch that team now.
Right? I find it crazy that the NLL. First off, like lacrosse is our national sport over hockey.
It is. I love lacrosse. Actually, it's really fun
to watch, dude. I gotta admit, like I never got into it when I was younger. And then it wasn't until I started messing around with it. God, actually, it wasn't until like the second high school I went to, because when I was at Xavier in Mississauga, never played lacrosse in like gym or anything like that. Yeah, did it when I was in BR as part of like the health and fitness program or whatever. So like we went and did like a lacrosse and shit.
Yeah.
But that's when I started to respect it. And then you start looking around, you see we have like Toronto Rock and all this shit. But holy crap, they need more money and marketing into this fucking league if it's going to be Canada's national sport, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a good sport. Like it's such, and like I didn't play like on the high school team, but like I bought like a few twigs, and like a couple of buddies and I would like toss the ball around. Like, dude, it's fun. It's a really fun and it's a great sport. It's just they just don't put enough funding in it. Like, it's such a sleeper sport that nobody like really
talks about it anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I think it low key could, like, if they put the right marketing into it, but it's like any sport, like you could have it on a national TV level. You know what I mean? Like this whole thing of like I can't even catch Rock games on like basic cable a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to go and stream it or where do they play and where do they broadcast?
I know, like, dude, it's true. Like they don't market it enough. I remember they showed some games on Sportsnet back in the day. But like again, I haven't seen a Toronto Rock game in fucking years, man.
So basically, Vegas had the AHL, NHL, NFL, WNBA. What else?
Yeah, they got everything because they're the top market. They're like one of the biggest cities in terms of market growth and money in North America. My dad was saying this, like,
and they're entertainment.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They are the entertainment capital, buddy. Like, that's the perfect way to say it.
I will not be surprised if we get 32 baseball teams, 32 obviously we're like right there for hockey now with the Kraken coming in. And 32 NBA teams. Like I could see a Vegas NBA and a Vegas MLB coming now. The way these markets just jumped.
They do have the Las Vegas
MLS team. That's the question.
Yeah. The thing is because they have the
that'll probably happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like it's the same. Like they have. Like New York has like 50,000 fucking teams, so why not make like a Vegas baseball team, right?
Facts.
Why fucking not? Or like that might screw because it could compete
have a baseball team.
No, there's no team in Nevada at all. Oh well, yeah, they have the minor league team.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They have a AAA.
Yeah, Adrian was mentioning the Las Vegas 51s, which used to be one of the Jays minor league affiliates, but then they went and bought
the Bisons
a few years back, and I can't remember who owns the 51s now. I think it might be the Diamondbacks.
I'm gonna look that up right now. Just for our viewers' sake.
What's crazy too is we used to have the Syracuse Sky Chiefs.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
That one's New York Yankees now, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
So it was Syracuse Sky Chiefs back like through the 90s and 2000s.
Actually, now they rename it to the Las Vegas Aviators.
Yes, that's I was just.
They're the Aviators now. Okay.
And the Oakland Athletics are that ones that own them now. Yeah. That's
the thing. Like minor league teams bump. Not a lot of people know that, but they jump around like from organization to organization
because they have contracts.
Yeah. And sometimes if teams want certain players, they'll buy the fucking team.
Yeah. They'll buy the team.
Like, what? And then here, I'll give you my buys for the funds.
Can we see a Vegas ECHL team?
Oh. An ECHL team?
They used to have one, I think.
Yeah, I think they had.
Did they have a CFL team?
I think.
Yeah, they used to have a team like years ago. I don't remember the name though. I know Derek Englund played for them. He said he did back
I
then.
think it was the. I'm guess. This is my guess. I think it's the Las Vegas Wranglers. I'm guessing.
It might have been. Yeah, I think so.
That up right now.
Yeah.
Las
baller shit,
Vegas an ECHL team, right?
It's
Yeah.
East Coast League.
Wranglers, you hit it dead on,
Oh.
Jacob.
Bing!
I had to guess. Like,
You fucking right on, buddy. Shit. That was awesome.
That is great. Yeah, shit,
buddy.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
yo, there.
NHL team. Montreal's getting a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Trois-Rivières Lions.
Yep.
Ooh,
logo is-
Trois-Rivières Lions.
Yeah, the logo's fucking nice. Here, I'll
Dude.
try to pull it up on the
Oh,
screen. It actually, dude, the marketing or the branding is really fucking good.
dude.
I don't know if you can see.
This is how we screen share. You do.
There's my screen share. You guys all see that logo? It's beautiful.
That like fleur de lis mixed
Yeah,
in with it.
The lion in it.
That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The marketing around this is fucking amazing.
I would
But
love
you
to see
said-
the
Are we
Nordiques
getting
come back.
copyright strike on that?
Yeah, that would be.
No, because it's commentary. We're giving critique. We're not claiming it as our own. Ha! Loopholes,
Yeah.
man.
There you
Holes.
go.
Right? Cha-cha.
Cha-cha. Let's do. Yeah,
Exactly. Plus, he's showing it through his phone, so like,
yeah.
come at us.
Fuck your copyrights.
Yeah.
You get them right fucking here.
No, all of a sudden, we all get an email.
Yo, do you know what though?
What's up?
With the Dale Weiss interview, I didn't tell you this, Jacob, but YouTube sent me an interview and apparently the video's blocked in Russia for copyright
No.
infringement because
This-
I might have used the video.
Oh, something.
for
Yeah.
the interview.
So wherever shit is copyrighted, they'll like
intro.
always flag it or something.
Intros, fuckers, it's okay.
It's
It's
all right.
okay. It's okay. It's
Russia,
it's the mother Russia, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. You know, we move past like. And I say to them, why you have to be mad? It's only video.
It's only video. Why you make stink?
Like remember that
You
Ilya Brizgalov?
Americans make think of all stuff.
Remember the Brizgalov that meme they made out of it? Why you have to be mad?
Why you have to be mad?
You have to be mad. It's only hockey game. Let's go. We got one more thing I want to talk about before we cap it off here, boys. But I know Jacob was saying this, but pretty cool for the game for the Seattle Kraken. But JT Brown is going to be there. I think their color commentator, was it? Color
I
commentator?
think it's their
Yeah.
analyst from what?
Analyst. Yeah, their play-by-play guy. Let me check.
Yeah,
let me
that's what
check
I
it out.
saw.
He retired from professional hockey, by the way, so he is officially retired. But
I saw
yeah,
it on his Twitter from what?
from the ice to the broadcast booth, so he
Nice.
will be broadcasting. Good for him. I think he would do good in that.
Yeah. Game.
Congratulations, sir.
Give him a little
Heck
clap
yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
Good opportunity for him.
That's exciting
Okay.
though, man.
Seattle's starting to build up now.
Yeah, they're
I
starting now,
can't
so
wait
that-
to see if like what happens with Vegas happened with them. Because to me that's exciting, having like a new team come in and be competitive.
Ah,
Like I've always loved the underdog thing. But
Maybe
I don't
it
want
might
it
be-
to sustain. I want it to be 1 year and that's it. And then I want my wings back in the playoffs.
To be honest, I can't wait for the Seattle Vancouver rivalry. That's
oh, that's
That's
true.
gonna be I can't wait for the
That's
divisions to
true.
go back to normal too for that reason.
Oh, that's gonna be a heater. That's
Mm,
gonna be a heater. Holy shit!
Vancouver, Seattle. Oh my God!
man.
It's like,
Fuck that! I forgot about that, buddy.
Do
That's
they-
awesome. You brought that up.
Are they going back to the division like Metropolitan and
From
they,
what
like,
I'm-
going right
from
back
what I'm
afterwards?
hearing- From what I'm hearing, I think Seattle's going to the Pacific Division.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
basically
That's
plays the
Okay, yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense.
Vegas. I think one of the two teams are like in that division getting moved.
Yeah.
Ah,
Probably.
I
okay.
think it's Arizona, from what I'm hearing.
whatever.
That's
Fuck
fair.
that zone.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have what? You have Pacific, Atlantic, Metropolitan, and then what was the other one again?
Central.
Central, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a Central Division. You had the North. The East. Fuck.
The East was it? East was
There's too
Atlantic.
many division names.
Because
Yeah.
Atlantic, I think, was like Florida,
Montreal.
Tampa Bay.
Montreal, Tampa,
Wait, no,
Buffalo.
because Montreal was part of Metropolitan, was it not?
Well,
they
they
were-
were
With
Atlantic was
Toronto, New York.
No, Atlantic was Toronto, Buffalo, and
Boston,
Boston.
Montreal, Tampa
Montreal.
Bay, Florida. You know why they did that though for Tampa, Florida? You know why they did that? Because the Canadian teams that are in that division are going to give Florida Panthers a lot of ticket sales. That's why they did it.
Yeah.
And Tampa Bay as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay. So
I didn't mean to
Metropolitan
interrupt you,
was
buddy.
no, it's all right. Metropolitan was Philly, Pittsburgh, both New York's, Jersey, Columbus, Washington,
Yes.
Carolina.
Yes,
Okay,
that's a good division too, actually.
That was
Yeah.
fuck.
It's all going to start going back to normal, which is good because honestly, like that
Bunch
North
of
division
jerks.
was kind of like, yeah, the bunch of jerks, Carolina. I want to honestly, like one of these years, I want to see them win a cup because they have a really solid team. And
There's a lot of teams. I want to get to the point where we've seen every team win at least one.
That'd be cool,
right? Like just to have that.
That's not gonna happen for the Leafs, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man,
so their focus is their focus is asses in the seats all the time. That's the sad part. Is like they care more about the revenue that they pull than they do about a championship.
I know.
Like it hurts, man, to see that.
But for years, what I've thought about that, you care about you don't care about making the playoffs, but wouldn't you want to make the playoffs so you can make more money?
Right?
And
at least then you can
common sense.
Ticket prices that you're charging $350 for a fucking nose.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Like the Jays, what happens with them when they're down and out? They have to start dropping ticket sales. Yep. Leafs are like one of those teams. They never they can be last place in the division and it's still $200 to sit in the 300s.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how does that make any sense? Well, because of our corporate sponsors, because of ownership. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You know what? Corporate sponsors my ass.
Yeah, fuck that shit. All teams have corporate sponsors. You can't exist without one, you jackass.
Buddy, I'm telling you, like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to I know, Quinn, you've been to a Leafs game before. I have too. It's all suits. Everywhere you go, it's all suits. Have you been, Jacob?
No, I've been to a Jays game and a
Raptors?
TFC game.
And Raptors too, right?
No, just those two.
I haven't been to a Raptors game?
All right. When shit goes back to normal, let's see if we can put together a little boys night.
Let's do it.
I can't wait.
Let's do it. I'm stoked. Okay, we're putting that in. We're
booking it right now.
Oh yeah. Oh man. All right, boys. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Man, it's a good episode, Quinn. Good to have you back as our third co-host.
It's great.
Awesome. Love you guys.
Like they do in soccer after they come back, come off of reserve.
Right.
Take off their shirt, start. Woo! I don't know if you want to see mine. I mean, I've gained a lot of weight since quarantine, man.
Everyone gets love, man. Everyone gets love.
Oh, you know, the other day it was so funny though. Like, my girlfriend came over for dinner the other night, and she went to go get up to like help my mom with something, and she like smacked my stomach. She's like, "How's your dad bod going?" I was like, "Excuse me."
Just got put on the spot.
I was like, "Bruh."
So all the dads out there, happy belated Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say
Father's Day.
God, I forgot to fucking.
Thank you, Jacob. It's okay. Jacob's got our back, man.
Oh, he's the
hey,
you're the real MVP, bro. Yeah. You're the real MVP. But yeah, happy Father's Day, man. Bro, I'm telling you, guys are the real MVPs. But man, it's been great, man. I'm looking forward to the future for us, man. And
the teaser or not yet?
We'll wait a bit for the teaser. We'll wait a bit. Okay. I want to get some stuff done on the business side. So, well, that's coming though, guys. That's coming.
I know. I almost did it too. I was like in the back of my mind, I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it.
It's okay.
Don't say it.
Okay. We're gonna give it a couple of weeks, maybe, and then we'll start getting things on the go. And so thanks again for joining us. Thanks for exactly. Thanks for joining us to all our viewers. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel here. Follow us on Instagram.
On,
We're going to be on Apple Podcasts soon, so keep an eye out for that. So
we're probably going to be on Facebook as well. Keep an eye on
Facebook too. Yeah. It's all in the works, guys. It's just hard when you have
wherever you are, we will be.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. I love it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Quinn, thanks to have you again, man.
Always,
having your Yeah, have your third co-host here. This has been a blast.
Dude.
And
Can't wait to do
fucking
it
A.
again.
Fucking A, boys. Fucking Canadian hockey. Fucking A.
Fucking A.
All right, fucking A. But we are signing off.